can do this all day like it ain't nothing. Black car, party in the backyard. Shawty got the black bra showing. Tatted up, ass fat enough. She a bad bitch and she already know it. Yes, you know it. Yes, you know it.
All right. Full. Whoa. What's up? Long time no see. I haven't really been digging in the YouTubes too much. YouTube's been digging in me, but my real good buddy was just visiting me. Sad to see him go. I had a diabolical binge last night of straight Domino's cinnamon twists and brownie cookies. And I posted a full day of eating on TikTok. It was like obviously it was like rage baiting because that's not how I always eat. I did genuinely eat that stuff yesterday. It's actually still in my trash can. Yeah, so I did eat it. It's weird because I thought it would be hella bloated and like, I don't know. I don't look too bad, honestly. Especially for the way I've been eating the last couple days, like, full. Obviously, like I'm a bit more watery than I was, but yeah, between all you can eat sushi, all you can eat steak, and Domino's cinnamon twists, the last couple days, not too much damage. I thought it'd be worse. And also, to be honest, my mind feels hella clear. I don't know if maybe I was so carb depleted before that, that I just felt really lethargic and whatnot, but my mind actually feels super sharp today and I feel real good. And yeah, we're gonna go hit some upper with Big Davey. Big Dave. He's the one that looks like Marlon Teixeira, if that's how you say the last name. But yeah, I mean, life's pretty good, man. Gonna be going to a BD shoot, I think, this weekend, and then next weekend, Houston for Big Daddy Joel TNF. I'm super hyped about that because, I mean, honestly, TNF was the biggest science-based inspiration for me. I think he really got me into it more than anyone. I remember seeing him and Case Granger would train. And yeah, I remember TNF was coaching Kaysen and I watched them. He's, if you don't know Kaysen, he's the original from like TNF, absolutely like, you know, exploding in his pants from like the back double Y, the Farkin, like, oh, you know what I mean? If you know, you know, if you don't, you don't, but some OG knowledge. But yeah, no, TNF has always been a really big inspiration to me, so should be cool. Should be cool to finally meet him and talk to him and everything. And hopefully we can get a pretty locked in upper day. It's funny, I was going back through my old TikToks and I found this one from like 2023. Or it was like late 2022 where I was like, yo, question for the people that work out at Alpha Land, like, are you able to get in a good lift? You know, whatever. Because I've always been against influencer gym stuff where people aren't there to actually like lock in and lift. And it's funny now because I'm here now, so I guess I don't really have a choice, but I still like, I would always prefer to get in like a very locked in like session than, you know, some clip farming skits and whatnot. Like, I make that pretty clear with people. I think most people know that, but I mean, I work out so I don't fart and end my shit. So it's like, also because I love it though. I really do love it. And I have a passion for bodybuilding. So like, obviously I take it serious, you know, and if you ever want to come up to me and say hi, you better stay away from me, buddy. No, I'm kidding. I never mind that either. You know, when people come up and they're like, oh, Shart, it's Fark and Clark. And I'm like, yar. and like, I just yap a little bit, and like, that's fine. It's just, don't molest me when I'm very clearly like locked in. Yeah, but no, I never mind it too much. Another thing I wanted to talk about, I guess I'll just film the intro here. First, I want to say thank you guys for the support. It means a lot, for real. And I know I mentioned coaching, but I'm gonna wait until after I graduate college, because once you have a bachelor's, you can get a CSCS certification, which is a strength and conditioning certification through, I think I want to do it, I think I want to do it through NCSA, which I need to take an exam for. But yeah, so ideally I'll get that, start coaching maybe, but maybe, no promises. It would be cool. But yeah, so this is my current apartment while I do my last semester of college. I couldn't even afford this place if it wasn't for you guys. So seriously, thanks for the support. I never made monetization really my goal with social media. It wasn't why I started. Honestly, I just started for love of the game, because I was like, I'm not an influencer, but I want to inspire people and share my passion with people. I feel like that whenever I feel happy and I have a lot of joy and passion for something, I love sharing that with people. And the fact that you guys want to authentically support me means a lot. I mean, I've built up this personal branding of Clark Kent on social media for the last 3 years. And yeah, I was never like a big grifter guy trying to be like, oh, buy my shit, buy my stuff, buy this, buy that right now. Like, right off the bat. Now I do that. No, I'm kidding. I'm like, I'll always say, if you want to support me, you can, because that's what it is. It's your choice. I'm not going to beg for it, but what's meant to be will prosper. And yeah, so just wanted to say thanks for that. Really appreciate it. I also feel like I really overcame self-doubt this summer. And I wanted to give a big thanks to Lex for that. I think he really helped me with that, because when he invited me, to come to LA and everything, he just helped me get over myself a lot, and kind of helped me accept, putting myself out there, doing this whole influencing thing. Because again, I never really enjoyed it that much. And I think it's just because I felt like I got way more support than I deserved. Because I didn't really try. So it kind of felt like, I didn't get much fulfillment out of it. But also now seeing like that I've legitimately inspired people. I've had a positive impact on people just by being real. And my TikTok captions and stuff, I like to be reflective. I kind of treat it like a journal for myself, but seeing a lot of people appreciate that, and seeing that have a positive impact means a lot to me, for real. I think that gives me a lot of fulfillment. I've said this in one of my videos before, but ultimately when we die, all that we have left is the impact that we left on the world. And that's something that gives me a lot of fulfillment, is how others are gonna remember me by, and knowing I positively influenced. I really stopped selling myself short this summer. I was so worried about, I don't know, I feel like I've always kind of wanted to keep my head down and be humble, but I would almost use that to rationalize not trying that hard at something, because I almost had this fear. I had such a fear of failing, right? Because of what that does to your ego. So, try something, you fail, it's gonna tank your ego a little bit. And by not trying at all, right, it's easier to just shield your ego that way and your pride, because you don't have to go through that failure. But it's by going through those trials and errors and those mental battles where you grow as a person and you're a lot more comfortable in your own skin. I don't know, I feel so much more sure of myself than I used to. It's just crazy how life can change. And again, I think a big part of that is from you guys supporting me. A lot of the quiet reflection time that I've spent alone with myself and my thoughts. But yeah, no more selling ourselves short, like I'm awesome. You guys are awesome. We're all awesome. Everyone has their unique strengths. Just try. Trying is cool, no matter what aspect of life that may be. I've always wanted to positively impact people, and I've just never been a fan of social media to begin with, because I think it's more of a net negative than a net positive. But I think it's a necessary evil to be able to kind of have that good impact on people. You know what I mean? I can't just walk around gyms and talk to people and be like, well, I mean, I can. And that's actually what I've done a lot, even people who don't know me on social media or before I started posting. But it's hard to just walk around and be like, hey, watch me lift to some emo music and then let me spill some real shit to you. Like, you can't really do that in real life. Going back to the whole Lex thing, having that full circle moment where I'm like, I'm literally where I dreamed of being when I was younger. I'm in a position I could have never imagined. And you kind of start to get this overwhelming, like, euphoric, nostalgic feeling where you think back to when you were 13 to 18 years old, having these delusional fantasies, and you're like, I literally made it. I literally made it. And it's in recognizing your growth as a person, where you really overcome that self-doubt and seeing how much you've grown, instead of being so caught up on the future and like what I can do next and constantly thinking that you're not good enough. If you're able to look back retrospectively and see that the improvements you made in yourself towards your goals or whatever it is, you will be so much more sure in yourself, I promise you. Because having that time alone over the summer to really reflect and think about how far I've come as a person has made me so much more sure of myself. You know, I've changed so much, I've grown so much as a person, and I'm honestly very proud of that. And I love to share that with you guys. So thanks. I hope that helps some of you guys overcome self-doubt, but always appreciate how far you've come. Because yeah, if I could really summarize it into one thing, it would be that, I think, for overcoming self-doubt. And yeah, people ask me all the time, you know, how do you feel so good all the time? Like, how do you have such high test naturally? It's the Domino's cinnamon twists and brookie diet. I'm telling you, that's what you want to do. Just kidding. Do as I don't, no, just don't do that. My stomach is still like in shambles a little bit, especially from how I've been eating. But I do think diet is overrated, and I think sleep is overrated. Hot take. I think training matters so much more than people say. And oftentimes it comes down to these mechanisms that people think exist, that, you know, sleep and food have these magical recovery things, when in reality, I think training smart is way overlooked compared to diet and sleep. Because if you're training smart, you can get away with not the best sleep here and there. Obviously that's gonna have some long-term detriments. And also food, right? If you have a lot less muscle damage to recover from, and you're not ripping through tons of glycogen by doing 1 million sets in a lift, you're not gonna need excess food, and it's not gonna do anything for you. And no amount of food in excess even increases myofibrillar protein synthesis, which, yes, I do know the difference between MPS and the MYOPS. It just was oversimplified in the last video a little bit. Which to explain, MPS is muscle damage repair for anything. MYOPS is specific to the myofibril. A myofibril runs, it's a little fiber that runs within a whole muscle cell, and it has certain components of its own, and yeah, that's what MYOPS repair goes towards, or goes toward the addition of new myofibrils. But MPS can be anything related to the whole cell, in layman's terms. that's a little, yeah, that shouldn't be too hard to understand. But we're gonna go lift for realsies now. Oh, this hoodie's so sick. Farkin, breathing some Farkin divinity. Oh yeah, is that a good thumbnail? Is that too slutty? Yeah, and all right, chat. We just got to the Farkin gym, and now we're gonna ascend to Agartha.
Much needed after the 3,000 calories.
After the diabolical binge.
I would.
Yeah, we were just saying, if we were girls, we collectively, we would all hike our shorts up between our cheeks during our workouts and film like crazy low booty angle to use fitness as like a pipeline into our OnlyFans.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say further content, but
further exclusive content.
Yeah.
That shit's actually so sad though. Like,
but like low key real. Like get your bread. Get your bag.
Yeah, we all doing
like,
that.
Yeah,
we all doing that. Let's be for real. I mean, I don't know, there's always gonna be a component of fitness that's always like inherently a little bit sexualized. That's kind of like, all right, but like feeding into it more, it's just like.
It does go for male and female though.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
no, that's what I mean. Yeah,
both.
for dudes
two-way
too.
road.
Yeah, that's why like, you know, I'd be selling my sweaty socks and shit, and give and I send people like private pec dance. I can't do this video actually. I'm gonna get people DMing me asking. They can start DMing me asking me to do it.
I saw a clip of someone, I don't know who it was, but it was fire. It was like, if you've ever had a fitness account, posted your body online, you have been gooned too. Low-key, kind of boosts my confidence. But like, type shit.
Yeah.
Type.
What if you go?
Admire your own content to such a great extent that you need a certain outlet to express your passion for yourself.
Ho, ho, ho.
When this began, I had nothing to say, and I'd get lost in the nothingness inside of me. I was confused, and I let it all out to find that I'm not the only person with these things in mind. But all the vacancy the words revealed is the only real thing that I've got left to feel. Just stuck, hollow and alone, and the fault is my own, and the fault is my own. I wanna heal, I wanna feel what I thought was never real. I wanna let go of the pain I felt so long. Erase all the pain till it's gone. I wanna heal, I wanna feel like I'm close to something real. I wanna find something I wanted all along. Somewhere I belong.
Are you a chest-supported row machine? Because you take my breath away.
And I've got nothing to say. I can't believe I didn't fall right down on my face. I was confused, looking everywhere, only to find that it's not the way I had imagined it all in my mind. So what do I have but negativity? Cause I can't justify the way everyone is looking at me. Nothing to gain, hollow and alone, and the fault is my own, and the fault is my own. I wanna heal, I wanna feel what I thought was never real. I wanna let go of the pain I felt so long. Erase all running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. You've been going around every party in LA. 'Cause you knew that I'd be at one. Oh, I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Oh, and now I'm all up on you, what you expect. But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention, you don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention, I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. You've been running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. 'Cause you knew that I'd call you up. Baby, now that we're right here standing face to face, you already know that you won. Oh, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all up on you, what you expect. But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention, you don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention, I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Over you. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, love? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? Yeah, you just want attention, I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Oh.
6.5 out of 3.
All right, I'll rate that lift probably like a 6 or 7 out of 10.
6.7. 6.7.
I rated like a 6.7 out of 10 probably. But dude, I'm just so bloat maxed. Like I got an immediate inch on my waist from those brookies and cinnamon twists. So we did like 30 minutes of cardio. Hopefully that was enough. And yeah, I got to get diced in time for Houston in 2 weeks. Because all I care about is looking good on a camera, and you know, who cares about actually looking good for yourself? It's all about social media validation at the end of the day. You know, that's what you should live for. How many likes can I get on this photo? That's all that matters in life. So I hope y'all appreciate my my wisdom. And what do you think about that?
Absolute.
It's true.
I don't know. Speech.
Absolute
Presidential
speech.
speech.
There you have it. And a lot of y'all might be wondering, like, oh, Clarkistan, Farkistan, how do I recover from a diabolical binge? You don't. It's over, and you should probably quit lifting. You know, unless you have like some kind of social media validation related thing to get lean for, which is, again, you know, that's the only thing that really matters, is doing things for people's approval. So hope that helps.
Just hop on.
Or take a little bit of off for the highest way away. Yep. But yeah, no, in all seriousness though, don't beat yourself up too much. Just hop on a treadmill, make room in your diet over time for things you enjoy. You know, just be on that Monday diet, I don't care. And good, you'll be good. So, but yeah, wasn't too thrilled with the look. I need to actually film some posing when I'm not fat, even though, because dude, I was like so diced like a week ago. Like, I literally ruined it. Anyway, peace.